On a quiet August evening along the mountainous shores of Lake Champlain, the air hangs warm and still, as if the world itself has decided to rest. A cluster of cedar cabins sits tucked into the trees at Cold Spring, where families gather each summer to escape everything they think matters. Inside one of those cabins, we find young Ethan, a thoughtful teenage boy with sharp eyes and a quiet way of listening, sitting at a wooden table under the soft yellow glow of electric light. Across from him is young Lucy, a bright and curious girl, her laughter easy, her presence steady, the kind of person who makes the world feel smaller and safer just by being there. At the head of the table sits Ethan's father, a man worn just enough by life to notice when things begin to slip. His voice carries the weight of memory as he speaks about the lake, about how it used to be clearer, quieter, better. Beside him, Ethan's mother moves about the room with a practiced calm, keeping things together the way mothers do when everything still makes sense. Outside, the lake is glass, the sky is clear. Somewhere far above, an airliner hums across the horizon, late enough to be noticed, ordinary enough to be ignored. And then, without warning, the light flickers. The power goes out with a soft click, followed almost immediately by a distant roll of thunder that doesn't belong to the clear sky they had just been admiring. For a moment, no one moves. Ethan's father raises his hand in a small, almost sarcastic gesture, as if to say, "There it is," though, in the sudden darkness, no one can really see it. They wait for the lights to return. They don't. Ethan's mother fumbles through a drawer and produces novelty oil lamps, decorative things that had never been used. There's a brief, awkward argument about the wick, about how high it should go, about whether they even have oil in them at all. Eventually, a flame catches, and the room fills with a dim, uneven glow. It should feel comforting. It doesn't. Young Ethan reaches for a flashlight and clicks it on. Nothing. He tries another. Still nothing. The batteries were new, he says. That's weird. The words hang in the air longer than they should. Phones are checked out of habit, not expectation. No signal. That part is normal here. Cold Spring has never had cell service, but the Wi-Fi should be working. It isn't. Not slow, not disconnected, just gone. And then, one by one, they all fade to black. The batteries are dead. They step outside, oil lamp in hand, the darkness pressing in closer than it should. The trees feel taller. The lake feels farther away. Across the camp, other cabins are beginning to glow with the same flickering lamplight. Voices carry through the night, low and uncertain. Ethan and his father walk down to the car. The door opens with a hollow sound. He turns the key. Nothing, not even a click. They look at each other, neither willing to say what they're thinking. Back inside, the temperature begins to drop. As night settles in, the gas heater is lit, and it works reliably, stubbornly, like it belongs to a different world entirely. That becomes the first small comfort. Something still works. Morning comes slowly. There is no electricity, no engines, no distant hum of anything at all. Families gather on porches, eating what they can, speaking in low voices that drift toward the water. Eventually, they converge on the dock beach, drawn together by the need to confirm what each of them already suspects. Everyone is experiencing the same thing. No one has an explanation. They decide to wait just a day, just until things come back. That night, the illusion finally breaks. Across the lake, far beyond the dark water, the horizon begins to glow. Not with lights, with fire. A dull orange burn spreads along the distant shoreline, rising and falling in uneven pulses, like something alive and struggling. Someone points out that there have been no headlights on the bridge. Not all day, not once. Grand Isle, just across the water, sits in complete and unnatural silence. No movement, no light, no sound. Days pass, then a week. The camp settles into something almost peaceful. Fishing, swimming, cooking over open flame. The children adapt first, as they always do. They play in the water, drift on rafts, nap in the sun, wrapped in beach towels, as if nothing has changed at all. The adults know better. They hold a cookout on the dock beach, the largest gathering since the lights went out. Food is shared, plans are made, or at least attempted. Some want to stay, some want to leave. The idea that this might not be temporary begins to creep into every conversation, whether spoken or not. The Donaldson family prepares their large sailboat, heavily supplied, quietly armed. Mr. Donaldson pulls young Ethan aside and places a .22 pistol in his hands, showing him how to use it with a calm that feels out of place. The Halsey family plans a short trip to Grand Isle. They say they'll be back the next day. They never return. Another family sets out north toward St. Albans. Others choose to remain behind, unwilling to trade uncertainty for danger. Among them, an older man with a canoe strapped to the roof of his car casually suggests he might row along the coast and check on neighboring camps. No one stops him. He is never seen again. Young Ethan stands with young Lucy at the edge of the water, watching as the sailboats disappear into the distance. There are no goodbyes, not real ones, just assumptions. The decision is made. Young Ethan, young Lucy, Ethan's parents, and a small group of others will leave on foot, heading over the mountain toward Milton, and from there to Allen, home. Because whatever this is, it has to be easier there. As they pack what little they can carry, the camp behind them settles into a strange, quiet stillness. No engines, no radios, no distant cities humming on the horizon. Just wind, water, and the faint smell of smoke drifting from somewhere far across the lake. The Bolton family would never see Cold Spring again.